When we started NASA in the 60s, it wasn't even clear to us that our crew members in microgravity or weightlessness would even be able to swallow food. The crew used to eat out of what looked like toothpaste tubes, but now our crew is actually eating real food. It looks like the food that you would put on your table. I'm Michelle Perchonik, and I work here at NASA's Johnson Space Center. I manage the Space Food Systems Laboratory. And I also manage the shuttle food system.
3 at 104. We're rolling. Throttling.
Food is made up of basically 4 macronutrients, or large nutrients. One is water. Right now, what we are requiring for our crew members is about 10 cups of water per day. Food has protein. We do have to have some fat. Carbohydrates are needed for energy. Our dietitians make sure that the crew is getting the correct amount of calories. We have to look at how we're going to start developing our whole food system as we grow and become more and more complicated into a Mars mission. The missions itself will be about 3 years long, or 1,000 days. It's a 6-month trip to get to Mars. It's an 18-month stay on the planet, and it's another 6 months home. So we have to plan on a 5-year shelf life for food, and we just don't see that in the grocery stores right now. We freeze dry foods. By removing the water in the freeze dryer, we keep the food good for any length of time. The crew eats about 4 pounds of food each day. There are 6 crew members times 1,000 days. So it's a lot of food that we need. We're even talking about putting some of the food in orbit around Mars prior to the crew getting there. Once we're on a surface, whether it's the moon or Mars surface, we'll have some gravity to work with. And at that point, we can start maybe using plates, even maybe preparing food in the galley, so we can start taking maybe some ingredients and mixing and matching them. Maybe we can grow some items on the surface of Mars. All of our crew members do try all of the foods. They give us a 1 to 9 ranking, 1 being yuck, I hate it, to 9, this is great. And through that, our dietitians make the menus up so that they're nutritious. Calorie needs of our astronauts are ranging somewhere between 1,800 and about 3,300 calories per day. On a 6-month mission, they get tired of the same food over and over again. A menu cycle is the number of days before the menu is repeated again. We started with 6 days. We're right now at a 10-day menu cycle because we were asked by the crew members that 6 days was just not long enough, and they wanted the variety. Everyone likes their sort of standard breakfast, whether it's cereal or eggs or whatever. So they may only have 2 or 3 different kinds of breakfasts. But there may be like a unique dinner, which might be, for example, meatloaf and mashed potatoes and green beans almondine. That would be that one dinner that would only show up for 1 day in that 10-day menu cycle. When we go to Mars, and it's a 2.5 to 3 year mission, we don't know what that menu cycle should be, and we'd like to do some research to say how much is an adequate amount of variety. Is 15 days the correct menu cycle for Mars mission? Is 20 days? Is 30 days? We will probably use the moon as a test bed, as an experimental station. food science is great, and I say that my job here at NASA is the best job a food scientist could ever have. The opportunity here and the excitement and the challenges are just phenomenal. So it's just been a wonderful opportunity for me.